Demon Seed. The working title for that was Red Sand. That was based off of this kind of. There was a Rammstein song that they had called Roter Song, and that's Red Sand in German. I thought, what a great visual that was.
I've always liked the title Red Sand. Reading the lyrics and seeing how Red Sand has such a real, this is just lyrics, there's nothing to do with the music, just lyrically, the focus on the sand and the ground and the gravity of pulling somebody down into the sand and not crossing that line. That was really important to the song.
The chorus vocals, the Take My Shovel and Dig and all that, I've had that sitting around for a long time, early 2000s. Always trying to figure out a place to use those, but never really found it. And I was really excited that I actually found a place that I actually could use it.
That was a really fun song to write because the bluesiness and the openness and the heaviness, I really had a good time in invoking the power of Pantera. Hitting that downbeat and letting that silence ring with just that snare to catch your attention and catch that third beat. Drums that come in with that piece, that part of the song is
Greg is like really into this song. He digs it a lot.
Something like that, right. So that way it's constantly moving. That part needs to be doubled. Yeah, that doubles. So what we're doing is we're making that real chugga happen, and then when it backs off, it's like John chicka chicka da, John chicka chicka da 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 da. But so it's the same part.
You always have good ideas.
But what we're getting that stereo move.
Yeah, I'm sold, 100%.
It was just a development of ideas that ended up being that over time.
The process of going through the group vocals was, we have a work sitting here in it's a 2-room studio, so we have a mix room and a live room. So we set up a single microphone in Omni, so it picked up all the way around. Neil came in, and we both have experience in the theater and set what we call spike marks, or places for the performers to stand. And then everyone had their own set of headphones, and we came in and did these group vocals. And then we did several takes, and then would pan takes left or right. Some of the songs just the artist really knows where they're going with it, and sometimes you're discovering where you're going with it. So I'm going to mute these, and then we're probably going to have to do this again. This is brand new.
Yeah.
So you'll go home and listen to it, and then you'll decide. So don't this isn't performance quality, right? Just so you can play around with that a little bit.
No, and then we can figure out, especially at the end of the song,
what
with
happened?
The bass.
I know what happened.
If not pounding, it's going to work out.
Right. Well, we're not going to add bass until Kenny gets here to play the bass parts.
Right.
And with Demon Seed, one of the things that we discovered in the mix process was there was things that we would have wanted to do in the tracking process. And so when you get to the stage of production where you're mixing, you're just generally at a different point in the studio. The patches are different. So there were some things that we wanted to add. So we came up with some really interesting technical ways of adding those things. And what I try to never do as a producer, an engineer, or a theater director, or a designer, is say no. Trying to keep the collaborative process always open. So, when Neil came in and said, I know this might be too late, but I really want to add this, and instead of saying, no, it's too late, okay, well, how can we do that? And so we came up with a creative way of adding these vocal lines. So at this point, the things that we wanted to add, we knew that they, were going to be at a place, because we had already well into the mix process. we just went ahead and got, I held up my phone that had the metronome, and we literally recorded the vocal lines that we needed and then just added them in. But for what we were doing, it was fine. It's the Reds and a harmony that happens twice, but knowing that this was going to be on top of a group vocal, a whispered vocal, a vocal with a harmony, the quality wasn't as important as what it was going to be doing.
The Demon Seed title, that didn't happen until way late. I mean, we were submitting for artwork and we were in the mix when we decided on Demon Seed.
As I was looking at the song and realizing that the hook wasn't at all about the sound was the foundation, that the seed was going to be able to exist or not, I realized that hate, that demon, however it is that you describe it, that was the seed.
Get in my face and you're going to have to cross the line. And it's a line that many people have crossed before, and you're going to be no different. That kind of idea. We thought that the idea of Red Sand was a really good visual, but that what the ultimate lyric idea was about was something a little bit more internal and something a little bit more evil, something a little bit more aggressive. And so we ended on Demon Seed.